10 Harsh Truths of Working-Class Life in the 1940s Britain. Life in 1940s Britain is often remembered through a soft glow of nostalgia. Stories tend to focus on neighborly kindness, shared cups of tea, and the sense of unity that seemed to bind communities together. While those moments were real, they sat alongside a daily reality that was far tougher than memory often admits. For working-class families, the decade was shaped by strict routines, constant financial pressure, physical exhaustion, and an unspoken determination to keep going no matter how difficult things became. This was a time when comfort was limited, choices were few, and survival depended on discipline rather than optimism. Looking back, honestly, does not diminish the strength of that generation. It highlights it. These are the harsh truths of working-class life in 1940s Britain, told with respect, clarity, and humanity. 10. Privacy was almost non-existent. For many working-class families, privacy was not something you expected or demanded. It simply did not exist. Most people lived in small terraced houses built decades earlier, long before personal space was considered important. These homes were functional rather than comfortable, designed to house families cheaply and efficiently. Parents and children often shared bedrooms, sometimes with several siblings sleeping in the same room. In some households, beds were shared or rotated, depending on work shifts. Thin walls and poorly fitted doors meant that conversations, arguments, and everyday noise traveled easily from room to room. Silence was rare, and solitude almost unheard of. Teenagers had no private space to retreat to, no bedroom sanctuaries where they could escape the pressures of family life. Adults, too, had nowhere to decompress. Emotional privacy was learned through restraint rather than physical separation. People developed an ability to keep thoughts to themselves, to endure irritation quietly, and to coexist closely without complaint. This lack of privacy shaped behavior and expectations. Patience was not a virtue, it was a necessity. The modern idea of personal boundaries would have felt completely alien in working-class Britain during the 1940s. 9. Home comforts were extremely basic. Home life offered shelter but very little comfort by modern standards. Central heating was rare, and most houses relied on a single coal fire in the main living area. That fire was the heart of the home, providing warmth, light, and a place to gather. Once it went out at night, the rest of the house quickly became bitterly cold. Bedrooms were unheated, and winter nights were especially harsh. It was common to wake up to frost on the inside of windows. Thick blankets, heavy clothing, and hot water bottles were essential rather than optional. People dressed warmly even indoors, and discomfort was simply accepted. Hot water did not flow freely from taps. Baths were usually taken once a week, often on the same night, with water heated manually. The entire family used the same bathwater in turn, starting with the youngest. Cleanliness was important, but convenience was non-existent. These conditions required physical resilience. Comfort was not something people expected from their homes. A roof over your head and a warm fire in one room were considered enough. 8. Meals were about survival, not enjoyment. Food in working-class households during the 1940s was practical and filling rather than varied or indulgent. Meals were designed to sustain energy, not provide excitement. Diets relied heavily on bread, potatoes, vegetables, and simple fats. These staples formed the backbone of everyday eating. Meat was limited and often stretched across several meals. A small joint might appear on a Sunday and be reused throughout the week in stews, pies, or sandwiches. Nothing was wasted. Leftovers were carefully repurposed, and portions were controlled with precision. Despite these limitations, many households showed remarkable ingenuity. Mothers learned how to make satisfying meals from very little, using whatever was available. Still, repetition was unavoidable, and treats were rare. Sweets, baked goods, and special foods were saved for occasions that truly mattered. Hunger was not constant, but abundance was unknown. Eating well meant eating enough, not eating widely. 7. Childhood. Ended early. Childhood in 1940s, working-class Britain was brief. From an early age, children were expected to contribute to the household. Helping out was not optional, it was part of daily life. Children ran errands, cared for younger siblings, and assisted neighbors when needed. School was important, but education often ended as soon as it legally could. Many children entered the workforce at a young age, taking on apprenticeships or manual jobs to bring money into the home. Earnings were rarely personal. Wages were handed over to support the family. There was little time for self-exploration or prolonged adolescence. Responsibility arrived early and stayed permanently. Children learned discipline, reliability, and endurance before they learned independence. This early transition into adulthood shaped generations. It created practical, capable individuals, but it also left little room for carefree youth. 6. Illness was a daily fear. Health was a constant concern, especially in households affected by cold homes and polluted air. Coal fires filled rooms with smoke and soot, contributing to chronic coughs and breathing difficulties. Damp walls worsened joint pain and chest conditions, particularly in winter. Despite this, taking time off work was rarely possible. Missing even a single day's pay could destabilize a household. Many people worked through illness unless they were completely unable to stand. Rest was seen as a luxury rather than a necessity. Medical care existed, but access could be limited, and outcomes were uncertain. Families relied heavily on home remedies, endurance, and hope. Illness was endured quietly, without drama or complaint. This constant strain shaped attitudes toward health. Toughness became a survival mechanism, even when it came at a long-term cost. 5. Work took a physical toll. Most working-class jobs during the 1940s were physically demanding. Whether in factories, docks, workshops, or cleaning roles, work required strength, stamina, and repetition. Long hours were normal, and exhaustion was expected. Safety standards were minimal. Injuries were common, and many workers carried lasting physical damage from years of labor. Sore backs, stiff hands, and aching joints were simply part of life. There was little expectation of comfort or accommodation. Despite the hardship, work carried dignity. Being tired meant you had earned your wage. Pride came from effort rather than recognition. Complaints were rare, not because the work was easy, but because there was no alternative. This physical intensity defined working life and left marks that many carried for decades. 4. Money was always tight. Financial pressure was relentless. Wages were carefully balanced against rent, food, fuel, and clothing, leaving little room for anything extra. Most households lived from one pay period to the next, with no savings to fall back on. Unexpected expenses could be devastating. A broken item or a sudden bill might force difficult choices. New clothes were bought only when absolutely necessary, and repairs were preferred over replacements. Budgeting was not a skill, it was a way of life. Every penny mattered, and waste was unthinkable. This constant vigilance shaped attitudes toward money that lasted long after circumstances improved. 3. Women carried the invisible load. Working-class women were the backbone of family life. They managed households under constant pressure, often while contributing financially as well. Their work was relentless, physical, and largely unacknowledged. Housework required enormous effort. Washing clothes meant hauling water, scrubbing by hand, and hanging laundry in all weather. Cleaning was manual and time-consuming. Meals were planned carefully to stretch limited supplies. Despite this workload, women were expected to maintain order and stability without complaint. Their strength was quiet but essential. Without it, working-class households simply could not function. 2. Leisure was limited and local. Free time existed, but it was scarce and modest. After long days of work, energy was limited. Entertainment tended to be simple and close to home, listening to the radio, chatting with neighbors, or taking a short walk. Outings were rare treats rather than regular habits. Holidays, when they happened at all, were brief and inexpensive. Enjoyment came from shared moments rather than grand experiences. This simplicity was not without warmth, but it was constrained. Pleasure was found in familiarity rather than novelty. 1. Survival required quiet resilience. Above all, working-class life in 1940s. Britain required endurance. People learned to keep going without expectation of reward or recognition. Pride came from coping, not from being noticed. Routine provided structure. Community offered support. Neighbors helped one another because survival often depended on it. Strength was steady rather than dramatic, patient rather than loud. This quiet resilience defined a generation. It shaped values of thrift, perseverance, and mutual support that continued to influence British life for decades. Working-class life in 1940s, Britain was demanding, unforgiving, and often exhausting. Yet it was sustained by determination, adaptability, and a deep sense of responsibility. Stripping away nostalgia reveals not weakness, but extraordinary strength. Understanding these realities offers a clearer picture of the values and attitudes that shaped modern Britain, and a deeper respect for those who endured them. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.